Hello, hello,
Hello.
and welcome, Ernest. So, we
Hi.
are here to interview you. Um, your book that you've written,
Right.
if you can please show it on the
Right.
screen. And where can
This
we get this book?
we can get it on Amazon Books. Just put in Ernest Camisa Books uh, .com, I believe.
Awesome. And can you please say a little bit about yourself in your own words? Who are you?
Okay. Uh, I am basically a layman who was interested in what the Bible really says. So I consider myself a biblical investigator. As for my lineage, I'm a Spanish Italian American. Um, my grandmother on my father's side came from a place called close to La Spezia and Genoa. Verese is the actual town's name. And my father was born on Vallejo Street in San Francisco in 1901. No, excuse me, 1909. Very same day same year the Lincoln Penny came out. And my mother's from El Salvador. She was born in a town called Cojutepeque.
Awesome. And I see that your book is titled A Transparent Translation of the Ancient Bible Concerning Homosexuality. Why did you want to write this book?
I wanted to write it because in the 1970s I saw the Phil Donahue show, and there was a priest, a guest of Phil Donahue, Jesuit priest by the name Father John James McNeil, of the Society of Jesuits, the Society of Jesus. And he wrote a book called The Church and the Homosexual, and he basically said that what the established doctrine of the church concerning the condemnation of homosexuality is not true, and he had empirical evidence to show that. So that's why I wrote the book, because I thought it was too good to be true, and I wanted to make sure that it was true.
Yeah. And so, unfortunately, there are people within not only the Catholic Church and not only within Christianity, but people who, you know, who use the Bible, unfortunately, to say the phrase, God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. What do you think about that phrase?
I think basically they are focusing on the idea of procreation. And basically, God created Adam and Eve to show God's plurality. The original thing is God created the animals, and the human being was not satisfied. They were not suitable company for him. So he put Adam to sleep and created Eve out of his rib. And that Eve, since Eve was flesh of Adam's flesh, they were suitable companions. So the primary reason for man and woman was for companionship. And I think God created humanity basically for companionship too. I think God was lonely. And as far as procreation goes, it was to propagate basically an empty planet. There was plenty of room, and that was it. But some people think that once God writes a law in the Bible, it has to be forever. It's not true. We are suffering from overpopulation, and we're suffering from climate change because of man changing the environment. And the basic, even some rabbinical scholars say that this law no longer applies. The idea of procreation, we should look at it as, let's see what's going on here. Let's see whether the bulk of humanity is sustainable by the earth, and manage it, as opposed to blindly procreating and procreating and procreating. A rabbi that wrote this commentary on the Torah, he basically said that the rule is over. The earth has been populated. We can drop it now. It's no longer a law. This is Richard Elliott Friedman, who said this in his commentary, a Jewish commentary.